Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a quick little review of Live Girls by Garton. So I read this entire book today. It was fairly short, 250 pages. The words were fairly small though, as you can tell, and the book is very, very large. I'll try to find a good example. Same size as the modern thriller novels, which in my opinion are fairly large. So yeah, I enjoyed this one a hell of a lot. I finished it a couple of hours ago, and I would definitely say this is one of my favorite books, probably in my top 5. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but I have not read many books at all. In fact, I'm fairly new to actually reading, so that's why I plan on reading a bunch of brand new authors to try and expand my reading. And yeah, so I'm going to attempt to read the back. So here we go. The garish, oh fuck, I already fucked that up. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Anyways, sorry. The garish neon lights of New York City's Times Square can be very seductive, and so can the promises of dark pleasures on the seedier side streets. To Davy Owen, the lure of a glowing sign advertising Live Girls was too hard to resist. He was looking for a little entertainment. He found instead a nightmare in the form of a beautiful but strangely pale woman, a woman who offers him passion, ecstasy, and eternal life, but takes in exchange his lifeblood and his very soul. I'd say that's a good description of the book. Definitely, if you're into vampire fiction and you have not read this yet, read it. I enjoyed this one. I was really stuck into the pages. This was hard to put down. This was very, very gripping. I found myself very, very entertained while I was reading this. So, the main character of Davy Owen, I enjoyed that. The opening sequence I really enjoyed, where he got dumped by his girlfriend and he quit his job. Found that to be very interesting, and then the entire vampire element came in. If you don't know, this is a vampire novel. I wish this wasn't really advertised as a vampire novel, because that is kind of a spoiler. Even though it's advertised everywhere, literally. On the back it says the cult classic that changed vampire fiction forever. That is definitely a spoiler. Just knowing it's about vampires. Because that vampire element isn't really like pushed at too much. It's more like a mystery, if that makes any sense. But altogether, I enjoyed this book. I don't know what to say. There were very good scenes. This book, in my opinion, it was kind of a little anticlimactic. I did enjoy the climax of the book. It was very entertaining, but this was, I enjoyed it. It was very, how can I put it? Like I said, yeah, I definitely enjoyed it, and I was very entertained while I was reading it, but there were some parts that I feel could have been better, as with several books. But yeah, I did really, really enjoy this. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of running on, my brain isn't working. And this book is hard to review like this because of how big it is. It's kind of hurting my hands as I hold it, and that's how I felt the entire way I was reading it, which is a shame, but oh well, you can't really complain about that. So if you're into vampire fiction and fast-paced vampire fiction, I would definitely suggest this. It grips you from the very start, and it kind of just goes throughout. I found myself not being able to put it down. My one downside to this book is how long some of these chapters are, especially towards the end. This book is 250 pages and it had like 18 chapters, which is over 10 pages a chapter. And there was a section around halfway through the bit where the chapters were fairly short. So very weird, what you would call chapter length. It was very like, it kind of ranged a little, but still it was definitely readable. I did enjoy this. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Out of all, I'd rate this book 4 out of 5 stars. I think I'm going to start doing it out of 10, because doing it out of 5 doesn't really work. So if I were to rate it out of 10, I'd rate it as 7.5. Very entertaining, very gripping, and overall I did really enjoy this. This is the only Ray Garton book I've read, and the only book of his that I have. This is considered his most popular by far. And if you've read any others and you would like to suggest some to me, please let me know, because I'm unaware of what other books he has. So yeah, with that being said, let me know. I did enjoy this a lot. It was very, very entertaining. I plan on reading a lot more books this month, so expect several more reviews. I've got a little TBR. I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to stick to it, but yeah. So if you enjoyed this book, and you have any suggestions on what other Ray Garton books to read, or any book suggestions in general that you think I'd enjoy, let me know, because I'm always up for getting some new books. That's probably why my bank account is so shit. But yeah, for the most part, I really enjoyed this. I really don't have any complaints, honestly. So 7.5 out of 5 star. What? 7.5 out of 10 stars. Apologies. My only real complaint is that I wish there was a little bit more violence. But overall, I did enjoy this quite a lot. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I think I'm gonna wrap this review up here. So yeah, if you've read this, please let me know what you think. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys for another video very, very, very soon. Alright, take care.